This is a home page that you should see. You're not on the home page. Some of you guys are on a different screen. You need to be on the home page now. Okay, there you go. All right. So you need to find this textbook online. You see it? Textbook online? Yeah. And everyone go ahead and click on this link. And if you can't see it right now, don't worry. I'll help you later on.
So the second link at the bottom, 2 links. One's Zoom, one's textbook. Go to the textbook one.
Okay, so you should have the screen now. Everyone click on the second one, and everyone should have a Downy portal, which is the screen. So make sure you guys get there.
So before you click that one, you highlight the one you want them to go to. Let them get a look at it. Yeah.
Okay,
Make sure you look which one you're going to click. The HRW one. Blue. HRW. That. It's our textbook. Don't worry about it. It should just say textbook. It doesn't. The initials of the people who wrote it. Alright? I think they should have it now. Click that. Once you portal, click HRW. Ultimately, we want to make sure that you can log on and get to the textbook.
Okay, so if you're having a hard time, you can re-watch this video. If you get to this one, do you see this blue icon? It says HRW. You click on it, and you're going to see this website. Make sure you get into this website if you can. Alright, so your screen should look slightly different than mine. You should only have a couple of icons here. You should have 2 green ones. Alright, check to see if you have 2 green ones.
I got 2 yellow ones.
2 yellow, yeah, yellow ones. Yeah, you're right, yellow ones. Okay? So you should have these 2 yellow ones right here. Now, this is a teacher's website, so I have a lot more, but yours should only have 2, like this. And then on the right, you should have a student resource.
Now they need to click, Mr.
Okay,
Yu,
sorry, I'll go back.
They got to click that. It's pre-slugged the integrated one. They got to click here and change this to 2. So showing you guys got to go to integrated 2.
I think they just go in. Okay, look.
It doesn't come up as integrated 2.
Okay, so go ahead and click integrated 2 so that you're in the right class. And then it says student resources. You click on student resource. For this class, we're covering quadratic function. We're covering polynomial operations. We are working on module 5, which is similar to chapter 5. And then if you click on it, today we're going to work on 5.3, which is special products of binomial. And if you click on that, there's a student edition. If you click on the very first one on the top, Student Edition will take you to your online textbook. Alright, now this is just a resource. You don't need to be here if you don't need it, but they do have other examples you can look at. Okay? And if you want to watch some of the videos as well, it says Math on the Spot video. So there are other things that you can use for your resources to get some help. So you click on that, and if you want to go through our special binomials, you can click on any one of those. Some person will come out and start teaching the lesson. All right? So I think you guys get the point. Now, if you're having a hard time following what I'm telling you, make sure you watch the video over again. All right? Okay. So we're going to continue with our lesson now. Okay, so find your green paper. All right, so here's your green paper right there. Okay, this is it. We're going to go over special products of binomial, which is 5.3. All right, so make sure you get on the, I believe this is on the 3rd page. Okay, just put one in the back. You see the counter right there? It's right there. Alright, you should be on the 2nd page or the 3rd one. Okay, front and back, 3rd page. Find 5.3 special products of binomial.
Do we still keep our laptops out?
What's that?
Do you want us to still keep our laptops out?
No, it's okay. Alright.
Yeah, if you want the space, you're not going to need the laptop anymore. You just needed to make sure everybody had access to the textbook.
So this is very similar to what we covered before. All right. So this is called special binomial. Now you don't have to use FOILing method if you know the shortcut. It is totally up to you. All right, long as you get your answer correct. All right, there is a special formula on the top. Here it is. I'm going to circle it in red. So if you want to highlight it, that's fine. This is it right here. And then it's called perfect square trinomial. All right, this is a shortcut. Now again, you don't need to use this. If you know how to use it, that's great. If you don't, then you can just follow the steps that we went over last time, and we're going to go over now. All right, there are many ways to solve this. Okay, first method you can use is just FOILing method. So if you see a square, that means you have x plus 4 times x plus 4. All right, so go ahead and copy that. All right. We use arrows to distribute. I don't know if you guys remember, this was a couple of days ago. All right, so x times x will give you x squared, and x times 4 will give you 4x, and 4 times x will give you 4x, and then 4 times 4 will give you 16. Combine like terms in the middle, which is x squared plus 8x plus 16. All right, this is your trinomial. Okay, however, if you look at this formula, it says the first part is AB. So A is this one. So that will be x squared plus. Second part is 2AB. So that's 2 times, this is A and B, x times 4 plus B squared, which is the last part, which is 4, plus 4 squared. Again, if you use a shortcut, you don't really need to show these steps. So 2 times 4 will give you 8x, don't forget your variable, and 4 squared will give you 16. All right, I don't expect everyone to use this formula, but it is there for you to decide if you want to use it or not. Okay, now we also went over box method. Okay, if you want to use a box method, you're welcome to use a box. Okay, again, it's totally up to you. You can use a distributive property or FOIL, first, outer, inner, and last, or you can use a box. All right, remember, box, we draw. Okay, I'll give you time to copy the box. Okay, this means that we have 3x plus 2y, 3x plus 2y, again, the order really doesn't matter. Now, some of you guys feel more comfortable putting on the left side and the right side, or top or bottom. It is totally up to you. Okay, long as you are consistent. Okay, remember we did that exercise with delta math. All right. So if you put this one here, let's say I can put 3x plus 2y like that. And I notice that some of you guys put this one either on the bottom or top. It really doesn't matter again. Just for this practice, I can put it on the bottom, but you can also put it on the top. And here's a second parenthesis. So this is 3x plus 2y. All right, for you to get this first box right here, we multiply these two. So 3x times 3x will give you 9x squared. For you get to this box, you multiply this one with that one, that will give you 6xy. And remember, you want to put them in alphabetical order. Okay, the letters should be in alphabetical order. And then for you get this box, you multiply this times this, which is 6xy. And then to get the last box, you multiply the outer ones, which is 4y squared. Alright, again, you want to check to see which ones you can combine. This is x squared and this is y squared. You do not combine those two. They're different letters. However, you do combine these two right here. Alright, so you have 9x squared plus 6xy, and 6xy gives you 12xy, and the last one is 4y squared. Alright, there it is. Alright, again, this is a review. Alright? I understand that this is a review. Just in case, if you feel like this is too easy, and if you want to use the formula, remember the formula says right here on the top in red, you just need to square this, which is 9x squared. You just need to multiply by 2 times this times that. That will give you 2 times 3, which is 6 times 2, 12. 12x and y. You multiply x and y. And the last one is 2y squared, which is 4y squared, and that will be the same answer without doing this. Again, that's just a shortcut. Alright? Alright, same thing with this. It doesn't matter if you have a plus or minus. The formula will apply, except the middle sign will be minus rather than plus. But again, you can use the distributive property for this one. So you write it out twice. Okay, go ahead and multiply this out really quick. I'll give you about 30 seconds to do that on your own. We take the first one and multiply it to the first. Remember FOIL, first. So x times x will give you x squared. O will be outer, so you take the first one and the last one. These are outer ones. So x times negative 5 will give you negative 5x. And inner will be this times this will be inner one, negative 5x, negative 5 and x. And the last will be negative 5 and negative 5. That gives you positive 25. Negative times negative will give you positive. Alright, so we have negative 5x and negative 5x will give you negative 10x plus 25, and we are done. Alright, if you want to use this, that's fine with us. Alright, if you happen to use a formula, for this one, it is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. That's your formula. Remember I told you that middle sign is just changed to minus rather than plus. And this will be a and b, and you just have to plug it into those letters, basically, and it will give you the formula. Okay, go ahead and use the box method to solve part B. I'll give you about 1 minute to get started on part B. Okay, so to be consistent, I want you to put 6x on the side like this, minus 1, and then 6x minus 1 on the bottom, so that we're all consistent with everyone. Alright, again, to get this first box, it is 6x times 6x, which will give you 36x squared. You get the second box over here. To get this box, you need to multiply -1 with positive 6. That gives you negative 6x. Alright, to find this box, right here, you multiply by -1 and positive 6x, which gives you negative 6x. And -1 times -1 will give you positive 1 on the top right here. Alright, again, check to see which ones you can combine. Looks like we can combine these ones right here. So we have 36x squared minus 12x plus 1. So there it is. Alright, so I'll give you time to copy part A and B if you need it. Alright, we got a couple more examples and that's it. Alright, let's go to the very last page. Okay, whenever you multiply a plus b times a minus b, this one is called the difference of two squares. We call it difference of two squares because the two middle terms will cancel each other out. Alright, so let me show you an example what I mean by that. Again, we're going to use the distributive property with arrows. So let's go to first one. So x times x will give you x squared. Alright, let's go to the outer ones. Outer ones. X times -6 will give you negative 6x. O will be FOIL, O will be in, right? I will be in, right? So this will be inner ones. So positive 6x. L will be last. So 6 with -6 will give you negative 36, which are the last numbers. Alright, notice that the two middle terms, do you see it? Two middle things. One of them is positive, another one is negative, so they cancel each other out. So you're left over with x squared minus 36. Alright, x squared is a square value, or square x squared variable. 36 is a square number. Remember what we talked about in the beginning of the school year? We said you should know the list of perfect square numbers. 36 is one of those perfect square numbers, 6 times 6. That's why this is called the difference of two square things. So here's a difference, which is a minus. We we have a square variable and a square number, so a difference of 2 squares. This is your answer. Okay, so you can use whatever method for part B. Go ahead and try part B on your own. If you want to use a box method, you can. If you want to use a distributive property, you can. FOIL, you can. Go ahead and try it. Okay, here we go. So x squared times x squared will give you x to the 4th power. X squared times negative 2y will give you negative 2x squared y. Make sure you put them in alphabetical order. Alright, inner 2y and x squared will give you positive 2x squared y. And 2y times negative 2y will give you negative 4y squared. Alright, again, check to see if you can combine those two middle terms. One of them is negative and the other one's positive. So we have x to the 4th minus 4y squared. And this is a square number and square variable. X to the 4th is square of x to the 2nd, so this is also a square. So this is it. Okay, alright, thank you. Okay, let me pass out the worksheet.